Hey everybody, TC1269 here, coming at you with another upgrade to my Sundolphin Journey 10 SS kayak. I'd already installed the Lowrance depth finder and fish finder and rod holders and the transducer. Kind of changed that up a little bit. I did have a box up here for the battery to go in, but I decided I needed it out of the way. So I've decided I'm going to take some Velcro to the battery down here. That way it won't move around. I don't use this space, so it's not in the way, and neither are my cables here. I may try to tighten the cables up a little bit later on once I figure out a way to do that. Well, the one thing that I didn't have on here was an anchor trolley. So I went to Lowe's and I got some paracord and some pulleys and things, and decided that I wasn't going to drill any holes in the kayak to put the anchor trolley in. So I came to the front and removed the thicker cord that they had in here for the handle and put a smaller cord in. I cleaned that hole up because it was kind of rough. Cleaned the hole up to get the burrs off of it. Tied this paracord into a loop and just ran it through. And then I came down here with a small clevis and pulley. Ran the paracord through, and at first I had the paracord down here running up under the lip. I thought about that as well. Maybe that may eventually cut and wear the paracord due to the little tabs that they have in here on the paddle bungee. So then I just brought it up and I run it through the groove here that the paddle sets in. I can still lock my paddle in here. It doesn't interfere with that at all. And I did the same thing on the rear with the pulley system. Smaller cord here, paracord into a loop, clevis here, and the pulley. I just got to put a little something behind that so that it's not quite as noisy. I did decide to go with the zigzag cleat. Two small holes are way above the water level. I don't think that's going to cause any issues at all with leaking. So I will take my anchor, run it through my carabiner and into my ring, and put it in the position that I want it to be in, run the rear. Once I get that, I will lock it in with the Z cleat here, zigzag cleat, and the remainder of my cord fits perfect down here into this pocket, out of the way, so it's not interfering with anything that I'm trying to do when I'm trying to fish. The rod holders, some people that I've talked to that I work with, or other buddies that I fish with, ask me if these rod holders get in the way when I'm paddling, and they do not. They set low enough to where I don't have to take them out while I'm paddling. I'm a short framed guy, so I'm setting them real low in the kayak, but the way I paddle, I bring my paddle up high anyway, and these do not cause any issue at all while I'm paddling the kayak. And if they did, all I would do is just take them out and set them in the back out of the way, but I don't have to remove them. And pretty easy setup here. I like the way that it is so far. The one thing that I am going to do is get two small hand paddles, so that when I'm in the lake and paddling along or drifting along, I'll be able to leave my large paddle on the side and have my two hand paddles in here. And if I get over a spot where there are fish, I'll be able to kind of use those small paddles to kind of stay over that spot and move around a little bit without having to use my full-size paddle. So I think that's a pretty good idea. So also looking at the back, I did have a cooler, a tall roller cooler setting back here. I've got to finish that, put some extra rod holders on it so that I can get a couple extra rods in the back, and I'm able to go from the seat, just reach back and drop any fish that I keep in that cooler, and they're out of the way, not to worry about having a string hanging off the side of the boat. So just want to do a quick upgrade video on this thing. If you got any comments, please leave your comments. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, or any other way that you see that I might can do it. I'll take anybody's advice, and I hope anything that I've done helps you out with yours if you're doing like me and going with the cheaper kayak and trying to save a little bit of money to see if you really like the sport. So I appreciate you watching, and have a good day.